Hey house guests, welcome to today's BB20 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Gelsey Kane. Gelsey, thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it. We couldn't do this without you. And if you guys want to be house guest of the day like Gelsey, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. And a special shout out to our patrons because, guys, Puppet Theater number 3 is up on our Patreon page right now. So if you're a patron, you can see it before we upload it to YouTube for everybody tomorrow. So check it out. Let us know what you think. Okay, so yesterday they had the nominations. Sam put up Kaitlyn and Haley, like I mentioned in yesterday's spoiler. And it sounds like Sam really went in during her nomination speech. She said that they don't respect themselves or the men in the house. And she told Kaitlyn that she's the opposite of female empowerment. Damn, go ahead and put them up. That's fine. But, like, you don't have to slut shame them. Don't do that, Sam. Don't do that. Okay, so they were both really upset about Sam's speech. Looks like the girls' alliance is done. Okay, so Kaitlyn was crying to Fessy in the lounge room, and Fessy's like, I just don't know what's going on in this game at all. We know. Alright, and Kaitlyn is like, she's whimpering, and she's like, should I even pick you for the veto, or like, do you want to not be in that situation? Because Kaitlyn and Haley are like Fessy's 1 and he says 1, but I think Haley's above Kaitlyn for him. So he's like, my 2 number 1s are on the block, blah, blah. So he doesn't know what he would do if he were to win the power of veto. So Kaitlyn's like, I always thought that you would be the one to save me. Wonderwall. But I know this situation is different. It's really tough for you, for both of us to be up on the block together. So she's like, I know you're not going to want to save me over her. And I'm sure in her mind, she's like, he's going to say that no, he will save me because I'm his number 1. But like, he wasn't saying that. So she said the only reason that she's crying is because she is empathetic for the situation that he is in. Bullshit. No freaking way. So anyway, she's like, okay, I'll just have to ask Tyler to play. Okay, so then Tyler does not want to win this veto. But anyway, Kaitlyn is then like, if Haley and I are still up on the block together on Thursday, she feels like she's not going to have the votes to stay. So she's telling Fessy, you better win this whole thing, dude. And Fessy's like, I'll probably be the next one out. Maybe. Okay, so then Tyler and Casey come in next to talk to Kaitlyn, and Kaitlyn is, again, really upset about what Sam said. She's like, that is the opposite of my character. I am all for women's empowerment. So she's like, I'm just so glad I meditated for an hour and a half today. Okay, so, again, she's saying that she would not have the votes to stay against Haley, and they're telling her, like, you don't know that. Honestly, I feel like there's a chance that Kaitlyn would stay over Haley because Kaitlyn is such a train wreck. People are going to want to keep her around because they don't view her as an actual threat. Like, yeah, she's freaking annoying. Yeah, she might mess some things up, but Haley is like a much bigger threat, I think, in their eyes. So anyway, Kaitlyn is saying everything happens for a reason. Maybe there's somebody outside of the house that really needs her help. Her spiritual guidance, I guess. And that's the only thing that's giving her purpose right now. And she's living in her truth. Yada, yada, yada. It's so... Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb here, guys, and say I feel that I am kind of like an empath and an intuitive person. And watching Kaitlyn make people like that look like idiots is really annoying. Because I feel like she is a fraud. She's trying to play a part, and that's not who she really is. So it's very annoying, and that's why it's so extra frustrating to watch. Okay. So anyway, Casey tells her, don't give up. You're still in this. We still got the veto and everything. And Kaitlyn's like, I've already won the veto. Because she's manifesting. Oh boy. So Kaitlyn is then saying, like, she doesn't like how Sam spoke on behalf of the men of the house. She says it's gross. And she's like, I'm not going to play the victim. I'm just going to leave that. And she says she's just going to go ahead and win the veto. So then Casey leaves, and Tyler is there alone with Kaitlyn. And he's like, I'm sorry. I didn't know that Sam felt that way about you guys. Yes, he did, because he and Sam have discussed it multiple times. So Kaitlyn is like, well, should I pick you for the veto? And he's like, yeah. He's like, sure, I'll go for it if I think I can win it. It would be weird if you didn't pick me. We're number ones for each other. If Tyler gets picked to play in this veto, I feel like he's definitely going to throw it, right? Because he does not want to be in that position. Because it would look really bad if he did not use it on Kaitlyn. But I don't think he'd mind if she went this week. So, yeah. Alright, so then Haley and Rockstar are chatting in the lounge room. And Haley is like, I wanted to talk to you because I heard yesterday that you were telling people that you thought I was one of the ones that flipped. And that's not true. And Rockstar's like, I wasn't saying that. So then Rockstar brings up this crazy theory that she's come up with. She's coming up with all the theories this season. So she's like, I thought maybe you and Brett met in college and you're actually a couple outside of the house because there was this hug that she saw. It went on a little too long. I feel like I'm singing, let's give them something to talk about, right? A hug that went too long. So she's like, oh, Lulu. She's like, why else would this guy target me unless somebody told him that I was saying he's my number one target? And she says she only talks about that with Haley. Rockstar, are you freaking serious? It is so obvious that Brett is your number one target because she talks crap about him all the time and she doesn't care who's around. Come on. So anyway, she's like, I never said that I thought you flipped. Don't worry about that. So Haley gets emoji. She's like, I was just really hurt because I don't want you to think that. So they hug. It seems like they're okay. So then Rockstar's like, there's still just something that isn't adding up. So Haley's like, yeah, I think that Tyler and Kaitlyn were the flippers. You're close. But she says, definitely not JC. JC is playing this so well this week. It is insane that he's getting away with this. It's crazy. So then Rockstar is telling Haley, don't worry about what Sam said in her nomination speech. You're not doing anything wrong by playing a flirty game. You're a single, 21-year-old girl. Don't worry about it. Okay. So then Sam and Rachel were chatting in the HOH room, and Sam is giving some more explanations, giving some more reasoning behind why she put up Kaitlyn and Haley. So Rachel, first of all, was like, well, they did both vote against you in the first week, which is a valid reason. And then Sam's like, they don't hang out with me, I don't hang out with them. Sam feels like they're making fun of her all the time. Kaitlyn will walk by her and be like, get her done. Sam doesn't appreciate that. So she also says they're obviously a duo on the other side of the house. They're messy. They don't clean. That would have been a good place for her to stop. Because then, you know, she goes into her, what they do is the opposite of what she considers female empowerment. Again, you know, I would say, fine, you can include that. But she's like, they're flipping their hair around, yelling like a cat, walking around wearing clothes that don't fit. They're like hanging off of them, which is funny because she's saying this to Rachel, who I don't even remember the last time she wore a shirt. Rachel is always walking around in a freaking sports bra. But then Sam is like, you can do that because it fits you. You're fine. It's fine. Whatever. So she says Kaitlyn and Haley always look like they just rolled out of bed. Damn. So then Rachel's like, all right, well, moving on. What happens if one of them wins the power veto? And Sam's like, you know, I didn't really think about that. She must have, right? But she's saying she would probably just put up Rockstar. It would be easy because she had that public outburst. It is what it is. But she doesn't want Rockstar to go home this week. She would prefer for noms to just stay the same. She could have very easily put up Rockstar in the first place, but she figures Rockstar's got such a huge target on her at this point. It's a waste. Somebody else can do that. She doesn't want to do that. So Sam is then saying she doesn't care who goes between Kaitlyn and Haley, but I'm pretty sure she would prefer for Kaitlyn to go. I'm pretty sure. Okay, it's like last week when Scotty was saying he didn't care, but he wanted Brett out. It's one of those. So then we got some more reasons why Sam nominated Kaitlyn and Haley. She says it really bothers her how Haley specifically plays with Scotty's heart because Scotty has never even kissed a girl. And then he won HOH. Haley goes and sleeps in the HOH room with him. And she's worried that Scotty's going to be freaking scarred for life after this. She's like, I have a brother, and I've seen him heartbroken, and it's not good. Okay, so then she also says that Kaitlyn's got a man at home. And Sam, I gotta say, does a great Kaitlyn impression. She's like, oh, Fessy, Tylee. I cannot stand when Kaitlyn calls Tyler Tylee. It drives me insane. So then Sam is saying to Rachel, you and Angela are 10 times hotter than them, and you maintain your composure. You know, you're not like bringing that into your game. Alright, so then Rockstar and Sam, I just want to say I do not stand behind Sam's reasons for putting up Kaitlyn and Haley. I don't think she should be saying things like that. Okay, so then Rockstar and Sam were chatting in the HOH room. Rockstar wants some freaking answers because she thinks that Brett should be up on the block. I'm going to tell you right now, about 90% of the stuff that's coming out of Rockstar's mouth right now is about Brett. She is obsessed. I still don't understand why she wasn't just like, that never happened, goodbye, you have no credibility. That would have saved a lot of energy and time and everything. Okay, so Rockstar is already crying from like the second she walks into the HOH room, and she's like, you told me that the thing that you hate the most is a bully. So help me see the biggest bully in this house in a different light. Brett is not a bully. Brett is playing the game. Okay, and you're the one who's making this way bigger than it needed to be. So Sam agrees that he bullied Kaitlyn. And if he lied in his eviction speech, then he also bullied Rockstar. No! He's not a bully! Okay? He's not. That's not bullying. And I don't think that Sam actually believes Brett is a bully, because she was saying later on when she was talking to, I think it was JC and Tyler, like, he's not a bully. But she's saying this to Rockstar right now. So Rockstar is complaining that Brett has never talked to her, and the first time he's acknowledged her, he lies about her in front of the entire house. So that's funny because Rockstar's been talking crap about him all season. And I'm not saying that I'm like, woo, Brett's #1 fan, but let's look at the full picture here. There were times in like the first week when Brett and Winston would say hi to Rockstar and she would just ignore them. She wouldn't say anything. So again, two-way street. So then Rockstar's like, why does Brett have so many friends when he's an asshole? You know, why are people friends with him? And why did he come after me? So Sam is like, he probably thought you were an easy target. Right? So then Rockstar is just calling Brett a dick over and over and over again. Okay, so Sam then gives her the explanation again of why she put up Kaitlyn and Haley. Sam, just stop talking. Oh my god. She pulls out the classic. It's not fair to the guys. They just can't help themselves. Yes, they can! So anyway, she doesn't agree with Kaitlyn and Haley's flirty gameplay. Okay, so Sam is then encouraging Rockstar to talk to Brett one-on-one because, of course, the conversation moves back to Brett. I don't see this happening. I don't see this conversation happening. But she's like, don't let him control your emotions. Channel all that energy into the game and into competitions. Okay. So then, Haley and Sam were discussing nominations in front of Rockstar, Scotty, and Bailey. I forgot, they were in one of the bedrooms. So then Haley is like, you know, I was insulted when you said that I don't have respect for myself, because I definitely do. I expected to go up, but it really hurt my feelings when you said that. So she's like, I can't think of anything, like any video clips that could be pulled up that would embarrass me. I gotta say, like, Haley hasn't done anything insane. She's single, you know? She's allowed to flirt with these guys. I could see why people are upset about Kaitlyn, for sure, because she has/had a boyfriend. But I think that Haley is being dragged into this for not legit reasons. Baby! So Sam doesn't really have any specific examples to pull up for her. She's not like talking about the Scotty thing really in front of him. So she's like, well, people do things in here that they wouldn't necessarily do in real life. And then she says, how many times have you met a guy in real life and a month later had a sleepover with him? People meet people and have sleepovers the same night. It's not like a huge deal in today's society, but I just thought that was funny. So anyway, Kaitlyn then has a one-on-one with Sam. Again, they're talking about nominations, and Kaitlyn was upset with the speech. And Kaitlyn is saying this is how she acts in real life. And she's also saying, I have nothing to be embarrassed about. For Haley to say that, okay, cool. For Kaitlyn to say that, yeah, okay. So Kaitlyn says she's an affectionate person. She likes to touch. She's not leading the guys on because they know that she has a boyfriend. Not a good enough reason. That's, no. So anyway, Kaitlyn is like, Sam, I love you, even though this happened. You're my sister forever. And Sam is like, all right, well, I want you to know, if I win the veto, I'm leaving nominations the same. Okay, so anyway, then Tyler and Sam have a strategy chat in the HOH room. She's making up for all those talks that she didn't have the night before, right? So Sam is like, yeah, I put up 2 weak competitors so that the evicted one is less likely to come back. She didn't want to put 2 strong people up. So she also says after Power Veto's done, when the nominations are locked for the week, Sam will tell the 2 nominees that the evicted person this week is going to have the opportunity to come back because she is using her power. Yes, she's deciding to use it. No. It's automatically being used, but I think she'll leave that part out. So Tyler is like, okay, cool. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. So Tyler is like, I don't want to win this veto. And I feel like Fessy is probably in the same boat because it's going to be real awkward when he's got to make a decision. So then, just a couple of other highlights. They were talking about how the 2 of them and Casey just wanted to stay in that HOH competition until Kaitlyn fell off because they did not want her to win. And they're like, how amazing was it that it was the 3 of us left? And then Sam was saying she really likes Fessy, and if one of the girls goes this week, like she's planning, she thinks she's going to be able to pull in Fessy. I don't know about that. I think that Fessy is really tight with Bailey. I don't see him leaving Haley or Kaitlyn, whichever one of them stays, if either one of them even goes. I don't think he's going to flip just yet. But anyway, some highlights from the rest of the night. Level 6 wants the veto to be used. They want Rockstar to go up, and they want to vote her out. And Fessy tells Bailey that he wants to win the power veto so that he can save Haley. Oh, snap. That's going to be awkward if he wins because Kaitlyn is thinking he's going to use it on her. So then, other than that, Rockstar just spewing a nonstop stream of crap talk about Brett. Let it go! And then, Kaitlyn is still pretty convinced that Sam used her power last week and nobody flipped, and that's why Brett is still there. Live your truth. Okay, so then this morning, they picked the players for the Power Veto competition. Rachel is hosting, and we've got Sam, Kaitlyn, and Haley, of course, and then the 3 extras, JC, Fessy, and Rockstar. What a crew. JC already told Sam before he was even picked that if he wins, he's going to leave nominations the same. Fessy and Rockstar, I feel like they would both want to save Haley, which is going to cause so much drama. Okay, so then Fessy and Tyler were chatting while playing foosball, and I just gotta say, as fun as I'm sure the foosball is for the house guests, it's really, really hard on the ears. Ooh, when you're wearing the headphones and you're trying to hear those whisper conversations, you got the volume turned up and they're like, blah, 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 blah. It is murder on the ears. Okay, so they're talking about a potential girls' alliance forming. They're like, do you think something's up? Like, something might be up here. And Tyler knows, obviously, because Casey told him that this girls' alliance has been proposed. They're, like, sort of going along with it, but not really. So he knows this, but he's telling Fessy, like, oh my god, do you think it's legit? Is it happening? So Tyler's like, oh, Kaitlyn didn't tell you about a girls' alliance? I thought you guys were best friends. And this is so like the reverse of when Kaitlyn was pissed that Fessy didn't tell her about the deal with the bros. Remember the swaggy, Fessy, Winston, Brett thing? So it's total flip-flop. But anyway, they agree that a girl has to go this week, and if one of them wins HOH, they gotta get rid of another girl next week because they've already lost 3 guys, right? And they don't want to be outnumbered. So they gotta make sure that Fessy or JC win the veto. Because Tyler is saying, oh, Sam might have some other plan to put up a guy. I don't know if she's in on this girls' alliance. And if a guy goes up, they're going to all vote him out. So we got to make sure that doesn't happen. I feel like Tyler's just trying to stir the pot here a little bit. But also, I don't think Tyler wants to risk losing more guys because there is always that chance that a girls' alliance could actually happen. And I don't think he wants it, obviously, because he's a guy. Okay, so then a little while later, it's time for a Kaitlyn breakdown. Oh my goodness. She was on the Sky Bridge with Fessy. And I just want to say this pretty much same conversation has already happened at least twice today, like later on. So anyway, she's like, did you tell Haley to pick you for the power veto? Because I guess Haley probably got house guest choice and picked Fessy. So he doesn't answer. And then Kaitlyn's like, did you tell her the same thing you told me? Because, like, you told me to pick you. And she's like, I can't believe you did that. What's wrong with you? So she's freaking out. And Fessy's like, what am I supposed to do? I'm in a shitty position this week. Ruh. So Kaitlyn's asking, if you win the veto, are you going to save me or not? So Fessy keeps deflecting. He doesn't want to answer, which should be an answer for Kaitlyn. That he wants to save Haley. But she is gonna freaking blow. So I know. Kaitlyn is like, I can't believe that you're not gonna save me after you promised you would. So Fessy's like, well, I feel like you're keeping things from me. You need to tell me what you know. There's something that you're not telling me. So like, it's pretty clear here he's referring to the girls' alliance, and Kaitlyn's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything. Blah. So Kaitlyn is saying, I can't work with you anymore if you win the veto and don't save me. And she's just saying that, like, same crap over and over again. He's just like, I can't believe this. After you put up swaggy and, like, took out my best friend, and now you're saying you're not going to trust me if I don't use the veto on you. So, I mean, they go back and forth, blah, 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 blah. You know how it goes with them. By the end, Fessy's like, just don't be paranoid, blah. I think they exchanged I love yous, I don't know. So then, Kaitlyn was upset about something else because she overheard Rockstar and Bailey saying that they thought it was stupid for her to put up swaggy. Did you think that they would be happy about it? I mean, really. So, Kaitlyn kind of got into it with Rockstar. Yeah, I mean, it's just the same crap we've heard over and over again. But I think that this fight is making Kaitlyn realize even more that if she's up on the block against Haley, her alliance is definitely voting her out. Who knows what the other side would do? It'd be interesting to see what happens. But anyway, the power veto competition should be happening sometime today. So check back later for the results. I'll put them in the info for this video. Let me know what you think. And until tomorrow, much love.